How to describe ESP would be extrasensory perception. The extrasense perception. It could have been known as the sixth sense. Its claimed paranormal ability pertained to senses of the mind, your brain, the way you think, also known as telekinesis, precognition, telepathics, but that was known as supernatural without a scientific explanation for science to enable cripple individuals. It was under it was under being conscious, one without God, one with God. But it was under having an illusion that took actions that are not ethical and had no value by informing a crowd about the mental conscience of a moral thing to do based on feelings of emotions. And it's coming from people, places, and things that have experienced a understanding that motivates anyone to act based on a belief or a false belief or an illusion that complicates the right thing to do. A vigilant thing to do. Don't pay evil with evil. Don't sin, which is not to cause harm, amongst others. And it's a different example for what has already occurred. When people, places, and things are not committed to the same team, when they commute as a bully with the illusion that they are a government but have false value just as well. And that's what Dog Valley Hunter did. So all those individuals did on A&E, and they take their victim and kept them for long periods of time. And that would be a wrong thing to do, because those victims did not have an ability. They did not have the talent. They don't have the skill to walk away before something happens. They can't predict the future like a telepath or a telekinesis would. Although it was considered paranormal ability, it will still be senses of the brain that described a communication when words were not louder than the actions that was taken against the victims. Because the dog bounty hunter, even though a lot of them were wearing the same stuff, they're not on the same team. So that means a lot of sheriffs and cops that was doing intergalactic bounty hunting went against Dog the Bounty Hunter. It went against the police activity. And that's the moral of the story, is to learn from other people's mistakes. Because not only did they plagiarize a memorial, they used a lot of things that did not exist to this day. And I gotta say that American Dad did have the joke of the CIA first. Probably why it's at the Spy Museum nowadays. But most of the time, it is placed back into its rightful place of time and space, so that time and space can continue. So nothing falls out of place of its galaxy. See, America already existed. These other things have not. That's why it's considered an illusion. When one thing existed, as America existed, that's the reality of America. It already exists. An illusion of Dog Bounty Hunter did not exist. Like the receptors, instead of having a receptionist, that already exists. It already attacked this country. It already has evil, profound history of attacking Americans. A Mexican from Men in Black culture already existed. The culture of Africa is a museum that is one world, if not others, that already existed. Those are ancients. School is ancient. The teachers are ancient. A religious belief is ancient. That would be a habit without a habitat. And to consider a spiritual awakening by being conscious with God, instead of having an illusion, you can consider giving your problems to your friends by talking it out. That's not good therapy. There's no solution. I gave mine to God. Because that's where I found my problems, was from the graveyard. And I put it back. That's what God was about. It might be a little mental if you don't know the moral of conscience and behavior wise, such as Dog Bounty Hunter again. They didn't just use existence, they used an illusion to rule the day of many victims. Alright, have a good night.